Giorgio was a brand first started in Hollywood, and then they combined with Armani as they go through. Tried to show you the creator of this design, the brand, a little bit of the store, and the location of it. But here, just trying to show you how to create this logo. You can create it many different ways, but just want to see if we can bring some of these two pieces together. So just coming up with a little bit of a style. The first section is you take a look at the type. I just used a simple Times just to simulate it. We may not have the exact font, but once it's typed out into there, taking your paragraph and centering the type so that it is equally centered on either side. And here in the character panel, you can either use the horizontal scale right from here, or you can just drag it and create it right on the screen, whatever you find to be the easiest selection. And that makes that piece pretty easily. So just kind of set this off to the side. If it's placed where you want it, you can always go to Object and hide the selection or Command 3, and that way it'll still be there, but it's just hidden temporarily. Then to try to make this eagle, even though it's a white background, I'm going to treat it as if it's black and white, the opposite, and then go ahead and do the graphics flipping it on this way below it. So taking a rectangle tool to start off with and just switching this selection, and I have a center line created in the middle for this just to keep it organized there. And a couple tools, the pen tool, next to it you have a curvature tool, and before I do that, I'm just going to take the direct selection on this point and just bump this over, select the both of them, and bump them over a little bit so you can see it up closer. Just trying to match that selection there. Then take the curvature tool and just drag the point out. It keeps one point where you drag, and you can adjust it to be all over the place, but just kind of place it right there. Okay, and then just back up. So I just want to make sure that I crossed over the center line. This is the image. I'll give it a color just so you can see it against there. And just do Option and drag it to the next location and hit Command D all the way down. Now they're close. You can even reset this so that it puts them in between, but for now that's not too bad. But if you did want to do that, you could take all of these out. Not all those out, but take all of these out and select these two and go to Object and go to where it has Blend and Make, and that'll give you a blend, and then Object, Blend Options, and here you can either put in steps or numbers. So when you hit the preview, I'll just put them in here and just put in 4 in there. So it comes out pretty good either way, and that's a quick way to put it together. I just had to adjust this one to make sure that it's in the right position there. Double clicking on it puts it in the isolation mode and lets you drop it down into there. Okay, so just backtracking, there it is. There's the blend section, and there's the other way. So 2 ways that you can do it. Like I said, there's many things that you can duplicate in here. So then just take a rectangle tool, make a shape over the top of it, give that a color, and select these items, and with the Pathfinder hit Subtract, and when you hit Subtract you'll notice it takes everything away but the first one. So what you need to do before that is you can use the shape builder, or you can come into these and clipping mask, compound path, and make it a compound path first, and then select it and punch it out. So that's one way to do it. The other way would be to just select all of these and use the shape builder and just hold the Option key and take all of them out. So trying to show you two ways for all of them. Here's the selecting this part. Take the rotation tool to get the reflect tool. Just Option and click right onto there. It's going to duplicate it. Copy that. just select all of these and unite them and take the stroke out. So you have most of it done. Next part would just be to create this section. And again, deselect everything. Click on this point here, coming up over the piece. I might put a straight line with a curved handle, curve this up so it curves into the top. And just come over to this side. Could even just make that curve like that. Dragging the handle out a little bit. This is telling me, the Smart Guide, that I'm on the same horizontal guideline there. Set a corner point there. And that builds this piece up. So just to give you a color coding so you can see it from the distance are these two shapes. So when you click on them again, here's the subtraction, same thing. This time I'm just going to opt with selecting all these pieces here. There, they're all selected. Make it a compound path. Shift key these so everything is selected. Take that out. So now I have all of these pieces placed together. Okay. I have the object show all because I hid the lettering, and just go to object arrange, bring it to the front. So now I have two elements, and I'll copy them. I'll just hide this selection and get a new layer and just go to edit, paste in place. So there's the graphic. So with this one, just fill that black and this fill that white. So I have that selection, and I can copy that and take this into Photoshop. Again, in this part here, it's going to do the pixels or smart objects. So far we haven't veered off too far, so just keep it with the pixels. It's at 300, so just the option and the shift there. And that'll give you a little bit of pieces, and then you can start, like I said, you can take a look at styles. And some of these already have some effects to it. When you take a look at them, you can add these into your files. Some you may like, some may not look good at all. But at least you have this selection to take a look at onto the effects. So again, from here, if you're trying to enhance this piece, just select it and change it from inside of here. But again, if you want to do the outside edge, here it's all selected, and select modify and expand will give you a little bit of a distance, so you can kind of see it's coming across. Select modify again, and expand it 10 pixels, and that gives you at least a section that you can use as a background to it. And just drag this down below it, so you have that piece to highlight. Let's see, if you don't like that color, again, go into the color picker to grab some of these pieces. And that'll give you that selection to it. So depending on, giving you a couple options from there. And that'll give you the option to do the screenshot for that.